You kind of take the music they give you. But I like it. I like the, I don't know, that kind of slap. It's not a bass, just a slap guitar. I like it. I like it. How's it going, everybody? How is your Sunday? Is it good? I feel like a 70s DJ. Hey, everybody, it's Sage Lewis coming to you on a cool Friday 6th. I love it. Are you good? Hey, Mr. Sexy. That's what's up. Aaron Radcliffe calling me Mr. Sexy, honey. You haven't called me that since like 1989 or ever. I love it. What is up, Aaron? How are you today? Are you good? Are you doing good? It's so nice to see you. Labor Day. Music has a weird porn field. I know, doesn't it? Yeah. What's up, Bilal? How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, I think you just get porn music on the free YouTube Studio library, you know? Like, if you want free music, you're getting porn music. That's what you're getting. That's what you're getting. Hey, look, I moved. I moved my studio. So, still the same house. I haven't been kicked out of the house yet. Robin, what is up, my brother? How are you, my man? It was close, though. It was really close. Okay, there are 6 mammals in my house. Rocky, my wife, Indiana, my son, Sparky, the Labradoodle. Then there's a black cat named Kai, and there's Clarabelle. You know Clarabelle. She's around here. She's trying to get over here right now. And then there's me. And I'm here to tell you, I'm in the bottom half of mammals in the house. It goes Rocky, Indy, Sparky. They got the solid 3 spots. And then me, the cat, and Clarabelle are duking it out for spots 4, 5, 6. And as we were moving around the furniture yesterday, I think I moved into spot 6 really hard. They're like, look, you just have to leave. I'm like, no, don't make me leave. I love it here. I'll go anywhere. Just don't make me leave. And they're like, well, there's too much you around here. I'm like, that's fine. Just don't make me leave. Just put me anywhere. I'll go anywhere. Just let me stay here. I promise I'll be quiet except on Sundays. See, this is it. You see, I have Sunday morning with Sage. Then they're like, we should have made him move. We should have made him move. You see, this is what puts me in spot 6. My yelling. Clarabelle yells, but not nearly as much as me. The cat, while grumpy and pissed off at all of life, really is fairly unobtrusive. Fortunately, the cat has diabetes, so I am healthy. So I get bonus points. The cat has diabetes. You don't have to stick me with needles. I don't require needle injections of any kind. So I got one up on the cat. The cat's sick. So, you know, in the herd, I'm good on that. What do you want to say, honey?
Defense.
Yes, the
of
defense.
The rest of the house.
Yes.
We did buy you an entire office.
I know.
You have a whole building.
I do have a whole building.
And you're trying to pee all over this tiny apartment.
I do have a whole
with
building.
yourself when you have an entire building
I do have
that you give away to other people instead of putting yourself in it. That is all.
Oh, okay. I see what happened. We bought a building. We bought a building. You know the building, Robin. And she's like, why don't you go to your building, Sage? So I'm like, I like you guys, and you're not at the building. Yeah, I see what's happening. Yeah, but that's a very good point. I want everything, don't I? There it is. The truth is coming out. I want my building. I want my space in the house. My building is good for collaboration. My house is good for actually getting work done. Yeah, okay. Good point. Good point. She bought me a building so that I can go over there. Yeah, okay. It's hard to beat that logic, isn't it? Yeah. She does love me, and I know she loves me very much. She says I love having you there, which is I know she does. But I am, look, I'm a big everything. I'm a big personality. I'm just big. I'm 6 foot something. I don't know, 6'2", 6'3". I yell a lot. Wait, why has it been paused? It should resume shortly. What happened? My video has been interrupted. Is that true? Let me refresh this. Why the heck would my video be interrupted? Oh, it's fine. Never mind. It's all right. I think it's good. Is 15 still for sale? I missed the blackboard, says Becky. I know. So how is a homeless APS student doing? Okay, wonderful questions. Wonderful questions. Rocky asked me what I was going to talk about on Sunday Morning with Sage, and I'm like, well, I have some ideas, but usually a lot of people have other ideas, and I'd just rather talk about what they want to talk about. Let's go in the order of, Erin says she loves your voice, Rocky. Isn't that sweet? Erin is so sweet. Yeah. Does she want a sister wife? Maybe she's gunning for it. But she won't let. There's no more room for mammals in this house. Rocky won't let any more mammals in this house. If another mammal comes into the house, I am definitely out. Oh, she could take me. Oh, I see. She's already, okay, Rocky's trying to, like, Facebook Marketplace her husband. All right, Erin. Yeah, Erin seems interested. Right. Well, there you go. Yeah, it's true. It keeps freezing. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Let me start with these questions. I know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Figure something would happen. Anyways. Okay, let's go. Becky Antonucci says I missed the blackboard. Okay, so the blackboard is over there. There, it's over there. And that is now his studio. We're calling it his studio. So I need a sister. My brothers don't speak to me, says Erin. See, there you go. It would work out good. So Indy and I used to share studio space, and that worked for a long time. But now he's 15, and Erin already has a guy, honey. There's no dice on that. Yeah, it was worth a shot. See, nobody wants me. I don't blame you. Poor Rocky. Like got the short end of the stick like 20 some years ago, and here she is. Okay. So, anyways. Yeah, so we used to have a show called The Trash Pandas, my son and I did. And we would stream on Twitch, and we'd play video games, and it was super sweet. It was super sweet. And we had a really good time. And, you're off work today, Robin. Very nice. Very nice. And it was quite popular. So we would play two games primarily. We would play Minecraft, which is pretty, you might know that. And then we would play something called Roblox. And Roblox is actually a very fun game. And what's nice about it is it's free to play. I mean, they have paid portions. But then it was really fun because we could play with the people that came to our stream. And it was really cool because it was like kids, yeah, Minecraft, right? Yeah, so we would play with kids Indy's age, and it was really great. But, yeah, Minecraft is wonderful. It is, I think, very therapeutic. You can play it on creative mode, and you can just build stuff all day. You build houses, you can have animals. It's very, very nice. Omi says, Okay, so Omi's daughter plays Roblox, right? Roblox. Here, I'll show you what it looks like, just briefly. Roblox. So, let me give you some images of it. So, like, here's some images. These aren't really great, but these are like the characters look like this. They kind of look like Lego people a little bit. And then you can do all sorts of things. Like, you can have communities. You can play all different kinds of games. Like, Roblox is basically a platform that allows you to do all kinds of different cool things. And it's just great. Bloxburg. Okay, she plays Bloxburg. And yeah, so yeah, right? So like it's just really a sweet little thing that is very kid friendly. There are some you could do some shooting games if you wanted, but really that's not what it's typically about. Emery says, my youngest has been playing this weird game. The entire point is to escape prison. It's a bit odd. Yeah. Hey, Indy. I think it's called Prison Escape. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think it's called, on Roblox, right? Is it on Roblox? So I've played Prison Escape, and that's fun. So you have part of the team. So it's like collaborative. So part of the team, the Werner Castle was being torn down. Which one is that? Let me look that up. Yeah, and then Omi says she has a house and works at a pizza shop. Yep. So like you can work at a pizza shop. So like Prison Escape, like there's prisoners and then there's guards, and the prisoners try to escape and the guards try to keep them in. You can run a pizza shop. It's really very, very wholesome and sweet, I think, And what was great about it was that, like, young kids would play it. They would come and we could play together on our stream, and it was super fun. But what happened ultimately was Indy and I got tired of playing Roblox and Minecraft. So Indy got a little bit older, and we wanted to play other games. And we would play like Call of Duty, like it's a first-person shooter, which is not kid-friendly. And so what would happen is we would start our stream playing Roblox or Minecraft, and then we would eventually switch to, like, say, playing Call of Duty, which is sort of controversial that I would let a young kid play Call of Duty, but I would ask him. I'm like, so, would you like to join the military because you play all this Call of Duty? He's like, no way. And I'm like, well, why? You like doing this? And he's like, because you actually die in the military. And I'm like, oh, so you get it. Yeah, so, Omi says I'm 34 and still play Minecraft. Yeah, it's wonderful. Going hard on Animal Crossing. So I feel like my kids started playing zombies with me around age 7. Yeah, zombies in Call of Duty? Right. I mean, right? They're zombies. You got to kill them anyways. There's a billion zombies. I played video game with no respawn. Woo! Yeah, so, wow. Yeah, so I think you got to know your kid. I'll tell you that there were kids that we would play with online, and they did concern me. Like, they did not seem to always have a healthy relationship with other kids. They were quite aggressive. And, like, so I feel like violent video games are a thing that you have to know your kid. And sure enough, and this one kid I'm thinking of, like, his parents were recently divorced, and his mom was dating a new guy. You learn all these things, right? You learn all these things. And I could just tell that he had been kind of stranded. Like, he was just kind of on the internet. You grew up on 007. I loved 007. We've been watching 007 movies recently. Love that 007 game. I played it on PlayStation 2, I think. Oh, Atari. No kidding. That's a wonderful system. So I'm not a violent person at all. It's not a video game. It's their life. Yeah, exactly. That's right. So like, I just felt kind of bad for this one kid. Like, so we would be playing Minecraft with him, and they have these things called realms, and where you can invite your friends in, and you can all build in Minecraft. Yours was an N64. Woo, yeah, baby. Okay, Connie. I'm 58, and I play Spyro. Ooh, yeah, on PS4. I believe that we all need to think about mental care, self-care. And your brain needs mental self-care, okay? And I think that video games, as long as they don't consume your life and don't become an addiction and become their own problem, are a wonderful way of decompressing. They are almost meditative in their own right. They're a kind of meditation. My wife and I love to play Candy Crush on our phones. That's just the right amount of excitement, but not too stressful. And it's just relaxing. I am such a firm believer these days that we have to look for things that we enjoy doing for our mental well-being. And so, like, for example, one of them is coming here and hanging out with you on Sunday mornings. I've been really aware of things that I enjoy doing. And I've kind of fallen into a schedule. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I work pretty much full time at our marketing company. I do marketing pretty much all that. And then video games have been very therapeutic for me, says Omi. Even when I kill people in Call of Duty, let me get that merciless medal. Yeah, it's highly therapeutic. I believe truly that humans are predators. Some say the apex predator, the predator that ends all predators on Earth at least. And we cannot deny that about us. Like, I was talking to my wife about like how, take road rage. I don't know if any of you have road rage. But have you ever, like, wished death on somebody that cut you off in traffic? Like, you literally were like, I wish they would fall over this bridge right now and explode into a ball of fiery flame. I think that's very human to feel that way. I'm off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for homeschooling. 2/3 of my pay up to $480 through FFCRA. A lot of people don't know this and have quit their jobs to homeschool. Can we talk about this? I would love it. Can you explain that a little bit more, Omi? I want to know what you're talking about there. What is FFCRA? I definitely want to know. So the first thing is to be honest with yourself about who you are as a human. And one of the things you are is a predator, okay? And I'm not saying that we need to go and start killing other humans. I'm thinking, honestly, we need to give ourselves outlets so that we can get those aggressive feelings out. I think the easiest way is exercise. Family First Corona Relief Act. What? Okay, Omi. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you're doing homeschooling through the Family First Corona Relief Act. 2/3 of my pay up to $480. A lot of people don't know this. Okay. All right. I'm going to finish my thought on being predators, and then I want to look into this. I want to answer those other questions. I got to look into this, Omi. This is very, very interesting. Government guarantees up to 12 weeks of time to homeschool our kids. Look for it on the Department of Labor. Okay, I will. So, like, a violent video game, I think, is cathartic. Like what I think, was Omi saying this? That, like, yeah, let me get that merciless medal. Yeah. Like, obviously, Omi, I don't think is going to get a shotgun and shoot up the town. You know, like, Omi can understand the difference between Call of Duty and shooting up a church or a school, right? I'm imagining. I mean, I don't know Omi for sure, but I'm imagining because I'm here to tell you Call of Duty typically makes $1 billion per release. There's a new Call of Duty coming out in November, incidentally. They make about $1 billion. So that means a lot of people are killing people online. And we still, comparatively, have very few mass murders in a country that has a gun for every man, woman, and child in it. Yeah, Omi says, I couldn't hurt anyone, not even a slap, but virtually, I'll murder you, boy. Right, exactly. So, I think we have to be honest about this, that we have to be honest with who we are. And it's okay that we're predators. It's okay. I like to imagine a bunch of lions going to a buffet. Could you imagine a bunch? You just take some lions that have never met each other. You take a dozen of them and you let them into one of those, whatever those, I can't even remember the name of a buffet anymore. It would be mass murder. There would be blood and gore, and just so they could get an extra waffle. But yet you take humans who are every bit as ruthless as a lion, and we're so civilized. We're like, no, after you. Oh, no, they'll have plenty of sausage. Eat it all, have the sausage, I will wait. Maybe in your head, you're like, you take that motherfucking last piece of sausage, I'm going to eat your jugular. So, I mean, maybe you're thinking that, but you know what? You don't do it. Rarely is there a bloodthirsty brawl at, what's the name of a buffet? This would be so much funnier if I could just, Golden Corral. There's hardly ever a bloodthirsty brawl at Golden Corral. We're really doing quite well when you think about it. Okay, my law firm has given webinars over it. Okay. My boyfriend is a lawyer, and we spent 7 days discussing this in detail. Okay. Omi, I want to see this. Hold on. Yeah, okay. So, find some outlets. And if you like murdering people in Call of Duty, by all means. If you start planning on murdering actual humans in real life, maybe you should go talk to somebody. But if you want to murder 1,000 people today on Call of Duty, by all means, go right ahead and do it. Okay, now wait. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Emery. I'm so glad you're here. Are you having a picnic with your family this weekend? I gotta know. Aaron's just waking up, which is very nice. Where's the blackboard? Okay, my kid has it. How's your homeless APS student? Okay, very good question. So to regroup, there was a young woman who had just turned 18 who we found living in the woods, who was trying to finish high school. And one of the news stations, I can't remember which one it was. No, I'm sorry, I can't. Did a story on her, and it blew up. And we raised, I don't know, $12,000 for her. It was probably the biggest fundraiser I've ever been a part of. And we put the money in a trust. So the money is now in a trust. And I would say there's just under $10,000 in there. And what I can tell you is she moved into a house, and she was living there for quite some time. Now, I worked with an attorney to get the money into a trust, and I'm not really as closely involved, but I did hear she was getting kicked out of that house. So I don't know where she is this minute, but I can certainly find out. I could find out this week and report back next week, Omi. I'll look and see what's going on. So she still has the money. The way the trust works is there's two overseers of the trust. So she goes and says, hey, I want to use this. I want some money for this. And the two overseers of the trust then say yes or no. And if they vote yes, then she gets the money. So transitioning from homelessness to being homed is an incredibly difficult journey. Incredibly difficult journey. One of the things I think we're learning right now in 2020 is understanding other people. Some people are learning it. Some people are doubling down on screw learning about other people. But I think a lot of you folks that are here, for example, are like learning about appreciating other people's perspective in the world. And so I think you can understand, you could appreciate me saying, without even going into the details, because I want to talk about other things, that if you had lived for a couple years in a tent in the woods, forgotten by society, and then all of a sudden people are trying to get you to move indoors, that can be a bumpy transition. I would imagine you can imagine that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Minecraft is smart. It is. It is. It is. Yeah. Omi. Okay. 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 So I want to go down to the Family First Corona Relief Act. Never heard of this, Omi. Let's go see it. Let's check this bad boy out. Did I mean Family First Coronavirus Relief Act? I did. Let's see. Okay, let's go here. This is dol.gov, Department of Labor. Okay. Okie dokie. So, the Employee Paid Leave Act. The Family First Coronavirus Relief Act requires certain employers to provide employees with paid sick leave or expanded family or medical leave for specified reasons related to COVID. The Department of Labor's Department Wage and Hour Division administers and enforces the new law's paid leave requirement. This provision will apply from the effective date of December 31st, 2020. Oh, from the effective date through the end of 2020. Generally, the Act provides the employees of covered employees are eligible for 2 weeks of paid sick leave at the employer's regular rate, because they're unable to work because they're quarantined. 2 weeks up to 80 hours of paid sick leave at 2/3 the employee's regular rate of pay because the employee is unable to work because of a bona fide need to care for an individual subject to quarantine, or to care for a child whose school or child care provider is is closed or unavailable reasons. Up to an additional 10 weeks of paid expanded family medical leave at 2/3 the employee's regular rate of pay where an employee has been employed at least 30 calendar days, is unable to work due to a bona fide need to care for a child whose school is closed. Wow. Covered employers. The paid sick leave and expanded family medical leave provisions for the FFCRA apply to certain public employers, and private employers with fewer than 500 employees. Isn't that interesting that the people with over 500 employees, maybe there's something, I don't know. It's weird that if you have over 500 employees, you're good. You don't have to worry. Most employees of the federal government are covered by Title II, which was not amended by this act. Okay. Small businesses with fewer than 50 employees may qualify for exemption from the requirement to provide leave due to school closings or child care unavailability if the leave requirements would jeopardize the viability of the business as a going concern. So if you have under 50 employees, you might be able to get out of the child care part. Eligible employees. All employees of covered employers are eligible for 2 weeks of paid sick time for specified reasons related to COVID. Employees employed for at least 30 days are eligible up to additional 10 weeks of paid family. Where leave is foreseeable, an employee should provide notice of leave to the employer as is practicable. After the first workday of paid sick time, an employer may require employees to follow reasonable procedures. Okay, and I will put the link here if anybody wants to check this out. Yeah. They don't, that's what it is. So now I'm going backwards on the comments, Omi. That's because over 500 employees is huge employers like Amazon, Walmart, and they don't want to make them mad. That's 100% what it is, right? And there it is. There it is. That the big corporations run America. If you're under 500 employees, screw you. But if you're Walmart or Amazon or IBM or Microsoft, don't worry, y'all. Don't worry. We got you. You don't have to do this. I've heard a lot of people not knowing about this, and I thought you were a good place. Yes, I did not know about this. I worked at a pizza shop. We had 10 people, but the group who cut our checks and owned the shop had 76 employees total. At the shop, you are eligible. Okay, so I can stretch mine out till, okay, so a lot of exceptions, including small employers, says Melanie. That's right. My daughter is with her dad Thursdays, so I work those days as normal. Good. Homeschooling is a reason, says Omi. So if your school, which is all of Akron, is doing remote learning, it sounds like you are eligible for this Families First coronavirus response. And isn't this interesting? I don't know if anybody knows this, but I don't think employers were ever required to provide sick time for an employee in America. Let me look this up. Are American employers required to provide sick time to employees? Currently, there are no federal requirements. The employers provide sick leave to employees. Since there is no requirement under federal law that employees be given sick leave at all, there is no federal legal requirement that sick leave, if given by an employer, be paid leave. So there it is, see? So this is actually huge, Omi, that they are now requiring with, a lot of exceptions, of course, 2 weeks of paid sick time, up to 80 hours at the employee's regular rate, and then or 2 weeks of up to at 2/3 the employee's regular rate for a bona fide reason, like care for an individual subject to quarantine, or to care for a child whose child or care provider is closed or unavailable reasons. So homeschooling would do it. And then up to 10 weeks of paid expanded family and medical leave at 2/3 the employer's regular rate of pay, where an employee who has been employed at least 30 days is unable to work for a bona fide need. So wow. This seems to me, Omi, to be a huge radical shift in America. If you have to take it concurrently with you FMLA, they have to pay you full pay. So wait, what's FMLA? Okay, they have to let you for kids up to 16. The age limit is 16, says Omi. So a lot of employers are denying it if your child is over 13, but schools are threatening people with child protective services for not properly supervising high school kids. I heard a lot of people not knowing about this, and I thought, oh yeah, thank you. This is huge, if you ask me. I imagine in 2021 they will make a new one with new terms. So yeah, it expires December 31st of 2020. Robin, okay, yeah, we're talking about so many interesting things. Robin pointed out in our earlier conversation about the difficulty of going from homeless to housed. It took him 3 years. And Robin is a business owner. Robin owns business, the whole thing. It's hard, people. Emery says, why is she getting kicked out? Is something we should find her some legal help? Well, Emery, I don't know why she's getting kicked out. I think probably didn't pay rent or something. I'm not sure. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know what her status is. I'm quite sure that she can get into another place as long as she doesn't have evictions on her record. Having evictions on your record is incredibly challenging. That is almost the kiss of death if you want to live indoors. Or you don't want to live in a trap house full of drug addicts and drug dealers, you know. Oh man, there's so many good things. Okay, Omi got the link. Good. Yeah, so Omi's law firm. If you guys, can you put a link? Do you have a web address, Omi, to your law firm? If people have questions, maybe if you want to put a link to your law firm, please do. It sounds like you want people to know about this, and that's really great. Emery says, I'm currently unemployed for other reasons, but I know of many employers that are denying it for teens. Yeah, I can try and find it. Okay, please do. Yeah. So here's the thing I have learned in fighting for homeless people is if you don't fight for your own legal rights in this country will gladly take your rights away from you. And it's in their favor to do so because, so let's say, for example, that it is illegal to, I tell my kids every day, yeah. So about this legal thing, Omi, about your kids. So let's say that it is actually illegal. You have to make sure you're cool because no one else will. Yeah, no one will. And this is the American way. It's just like if you go to, you know, say you had to go to the hospital or the emergency room, you're without a doubt, your insurance provider is going to try and deny certain things of it, even though they know full well they have to pay them. But if you don't fight it, then you'll just pay it and they don't have to. So America it's such a go it alone kind of country. And for a lot of people, it's fine because a lot of people are fighters and they can do it. They'll take advantage of your lack of knowledge. That's right. But some people don't have that kind of fight to the death mentality, and they can't do it. They just can't bring themselves to call their health insurance provider over and over and sit on the phone over and over and over again. And so they either pay it, or they don't pay it, and then they end up going bankrupt because they maybe were too busy to call on the phone, or they were too exhausted because they were sick. And so it doesn't hurt the person in power. It doesn't hurt the insurance provider. It only hurts the end user. So I mean, there's never any real consequence for the person in power to deny your rights. So for example, let's say that when sometimes you have to help others fight their right. That's right. That's one of the big reasons I'm into the homeless movement, is because homeless people are so beaten down by the way they have to live and society is treating them. They need somebody to stand there and yell for them. And so, at any rate, so let's say that camp sweeps are illegal. Like that it turns out that you actually have tenant rights. If you put down a tent on somebody's land and you're there for 30 days, you have tenant rights. Okay? Now, nobody has gone. We certainly don't have a national law for that. But don't you think, let me tell you this. If you go into somebody's house and you, like squatting, yeah. If you go into somebody's house and are there for 30 days, you're a tenant. You're a tenant. You have tenant rights. And the landlord is required by law. So what's the law saying they're just doing it, Omi, because nobody has gotten to the point where we have determined that somebody living in a tent has tenant rights. But I personally believe they do. I know that there was a case once where a city towed a guy's car, and the judge said, you towed his house. And the city got fined, but not by much. But the judge was like, look, you basically stole that guy's house. So what's the definition of a dwelling? Right. Well, yeah, that's where we got to go, right? Well, it depends on who you ask. So I've looked in this a little bit, and what I can tell you is that according to housing laws, like where a person can live, a house has to have all utilities running. You can condemn a house for not having one utility. It is unfit for habitation. So if you get your water turned off and you don't get it turned on within the time period that they say, could be 7 days, could be 10 days, maybe 30 days, they have every right to condemn the house, meaning you cannot live in the house. However, that is not how eviction courts work. If you are a tenant, I grew up in an Amish settlement. What? That's cool. Yeah. So absolutely, a housing inspector would love to get their filthy, dirty hands on the Amish, because they would be like, that's not a habitable house. It doesn't have electricity. Yeah. So yeah, I guarantee there are housing inspector conferences that they're grumbling about the Amish, that it's not fit for human habitation. And that's really blowing my mind. I need to think more about that. That how is it that the Amish can live in a house without utilities, but a poor person in a city, their house will get condemned? What if I make them Amish? What if, Omi, all of my homeless friends convert to being Amish? Then you are defying their religion. And, oh my God, I think I might become Amish, Omi. There are actually variants in the law that allow the Amish to not have utilities in planned areas. Okay, so it's a planned area thing. No one has the right to tell me I have to have electric, or has. What if I want to? No, I'm telling you, Omi, in Akron, Ohio, you have to have electric and water. And if you have gas, if you have like gas heat, you have to have gas. They have every right to condemn your house. Every right. But yeah, I don't know if I could become Amish in Akron, Ohio. This is good. Ooh, these are the kind of conundrums I love putting city people in. But many county by county, yeah. Okay, I'm going to look into becoming Amish and living in a house without utilities. This is good. Really good. Okay. Praise be to the Amish. It's going to be a little difficult for me to run my Sunday morning with Sage being Amish. My old house had a broken gas line. My landlord refused to fix it for months. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Missy. All right. Yeah, I don't know if I can be Amish. That's a lot of obligation. I like driving too. Oof. Anyways, but I could find I don't see why I couldn't get a homeless person to convert to being Amish. They don't have driver's licenses. Ooh, my friend Donnie Jean could become Amish. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. The Amish kids used to come watch my TV, yeah, and buy radios from me and my cousins. Yeah, I know. There was always a way around it. Um, you could be Mennonite. Yeah, yeah. I almost became Mennonite. I went to Mennonite churches for a while. Very community oriented, the Mennonites. Lovely, lovely, lovely people. I don't have to be old order. Ami gets this. Yep, Ami has the whole thing right. I knew old order Amish that would paint their bumper black of their car, and then that was somehow made it legal for them to drive. It's whatever. So the so at any rate, it very well could be that cities are violating the tenant rights of homeless people when they do these camp sweeps, because an old order Amish bought me my first car. That's funny. That's funny, Ami. But they'll sweep them in 24 hours. They'll come in and put a notice on that says this is going to be shut down in 24 hours, and then they come in with a dump truck and then dump everything, because there are no rights, or there's nothing on the books that say that homeless people have rights. Hey, what's up, Trans? It's good to see you, buddy. I'll just give you my number. Yeah, the cops sweep it. That's right. There's my number. Trans, it's good to see you, buddy. Yeah. Now, I just saw a city where the police said they were no longer going to do the homeless sweeps. And that's pretty interesting, right? Because who's going to force the cops to do it? If the cops don't think it's a legal act, then the cops are going to back out. But someone should bring a legal challenge there. Have you talked? So I've got lawyers, Emery. I got lawyers. There's so much legal things that I think are wrong. Are the people given a summons or anything? No, they're not given anything. They're not given anything on me. They're just being abused because they are poor and have no voice. So it is quite likely that we are absolutely violating the fair housing rights of homeless people, because I'm telling you, if you move into an abandoned house and you're there for 30 days, you're good. You're good, unless, of course, the city comes and says you're not good. So that's how it works, right? The landlord can't kick you out, but the city can come in and kick you out. And that's how you know it's not fair. That's how you know that the rule of law is not a thing. How can it be that a landlord cannot kick you out without going through eviction court, but the city can come in and say, you don't have water, you got to go? That's how you know the rule of law is a lie. Because they don't have to go through eviction court. They'll just be like, you have to go, this house isn't safe. And who do you appeal that to? What if they just don't like you? They can evict you for anything. They can condemn your house for almost anything. Joyce asked if you want some pancakes. I would love some pancakes. Could you email me those? That would be amazing. Amazing. So, I mean, I'm here to tell you that you only have rights in America if you fight for your rights. Nobody is going to stand up for your rights, your laws, unless you can afford an attorney. You know? I wonder what would happen if they just refused to leave. Would they have to seek removal by court? I would love to do a protest where I chain myself to a tree. I would love that. I would love to chain myself to a tree. I'm not allowed to do that, my wife says, until my kid leaves and goes to college. So I got a few more years. But yeah, 100% I'm going to do that because they're making up stuff. They're making up these laws because all they care about is getting rid of the homeless. And they just look for any kind of law. So now in Akron, you can probably thank me for this. If you have a tent on your land, they will send you a note and say you are running an illegal campground. You're not running an illegal campground. A campground, if you look at the state law, is a place where you accept money to camp. If you do not accept money to camp, it is not a campground. It's not. And you don't have to abide by any campground laws. But what are you going to do? You get the piece of paper that says you are running an illegal campground if you do not disband your campground, even though you didn't tell these people to move on there. They just moved onto your land. If you do not disband this campground within 7 days, you will receive administrative punishment or something. You can, like mine was fines and or jail time. That was mine. And so what are you going to do? You don't even know these homeless people. You don't have a ton of money. You don't want to go to court. So you're going to kick these people off your land. Even though you don't give a crap they're on your land. You just don't know. I mean, you don't have the resources or even desire to go to the mat for homeless people, whereas I do. So damn straight. Oh, do you know what I'm thinking about doing? Seriously? I'm thinking about setting up a safe parking area on my land for people that are homeless in their vehicles. And I see how they can shut that down. Because they'll try. They'll 100% try. You know why? Because they don't like homeless people. That's the only reason why. I wonder what... Oh, yeah. Take this shelter away from me because it's unsafe and send me to the streets because they're safe. Yeah, are you going to move me from there too? Okay, yeah, that's right, Omi. Well, here's the thing. So the housing inspector is in charge of making safe houses. The fire inspector is in charge of making houses safe from fire. They don't care what happens after that because there's nobody that is in charge of making sure you're safe on the street. They just spit you out until there's no more agencies, and then they don't care because now it's not a legal issue. You can die on the street because there's no law or no organization that is responsible for people living on the street. So they don't care really what happens to you. They just are robots spitting out their codes. They're like, the code says that the ceiling must be 7 feet. It cannot be 6 feet 11 inches. It must be 7 feet. This is 6 feet 11 inches. People cannot live here. Like literally, you don't need a human to do it. You don't need a human to do it. They're not doing anything that requires human intervention. They are just Googling the code and reading it to you. I mean, Google could do that. We don't need a housing inspector. We could save a lot of money just getting rid of housing inspectors and just have Google. So, but yeah, that's all it is. There's nobody in charge of making sure you're safe on the street. Don't be stupid. You shouldn't live on the street. See how that goes, Omi? You're like, okay, you don't have water. Therefore, this house is unsafe to live in. Get out. I have nowhere to go. You have to get out. I don't have anywhere to go. You must get out. So now you live shelterless under a bridge, being raped and beaten And it's cool. It is cool you're living shelterless, being raped and beaten and stolen from every single day because it ain't their problem. So they don't care about you. They don't care about the people. They don't care about you actually being safe. They just want to get you off of their docket. I'm in charge of the code, and you have violated the code. You must leave. I have nowhere to go. You must leave. I am in charge of the code. You have violated the code. I am in charge of the code. You have violated the code. You must leave. You know, and then they call the police. And they're like, this person has violated the code. You must make them leave. And they're like, all right, well, that's sort of my job. Hey, buddy, you got to go. I have nowhere to go. You have violated the code. Hey, man, look. This guy said you got to leave. It's the law. You got to leave. I have nowhere to go. And the cops are like usually the only human one in the whole thing. He's like, I know, dude. It fucking sucks. I'm sorry. I don't want you to leave this house because now you're going to be on the street like starving and shooting up and dealing drugs and selling shit, probably stolen shit. I don't want you out there either, buddy. But this guy, Mr. Robot over here, said, I am in charge of the code. You have violated the code. So I got nothing. I got nothing. You got to go. I got the gun. He's got the book. You're leaving. That's it. That's it. And it's all screwed up. It's all screwed up. Look, everybody. See, I love this show. I was going to talk about like the yin and the yang and democracy, or I don't know what I was going to. But look, we got to get together. There are at least 30% of Akronites that are African American. If we could get the African Americans, just the African Americans, to vote in a block, we could control the entire city. They could vote for whoever they want. Whoever they want. Al Sharpton, you're like, hey, Al, you want to be mayor of Akron? You don't have to live here. Just get on the thing. Go. Be Akron mayor. Yeah, all right, fine. I guess I'll be Akron mayor. All right, everybody. And then you put out on a Facebook group, African Americans of Akron Unite. Hey, everybody, we're voting for Al Sharpton this time. All right, Al Sharpton it is. And they all check the box. He wins in a landslide, and now Al Sharpton is the mayor. You could do it with poor people, too. Just poor people. People under, like, well, there's tons of poor people. Like, people below the poverty level. And I can't remember the numbers, but it's crazy. They're crazy low numbers, like making less than $12,000 a year, right? You're under the poverty level. So, just like, hey, guys, how about, and then if you put the poor people and the black people together, forget about it. Oh, and then the way you get the rich people is, you're like, okay, rich people, we got a deal for you. We're going to make Al Sharpton the mayor. That's going to happen. But Al promised us that black people are going to get the pothole contracts. So there's going to be about a dozen small business African-American companies. All you got to do is call them up. Tell them you got a pothole on your road. They'll be there the next day. They'll fill the pothole for you. So basically, we get Al Sharpton and you don't get potholes. Because that's all the rich people care about. And then they'll be like, but people speed through my neighborhood. All right, lady. I got a guy for that, too. We're going to have a guy come out. He's going to sit there with, we're going to pay him to hold a scanner. He's going to get paid to hold a scanner, and he's going to send tickets to everybody that speeds in your neighborhood. All right. So black people get Al Sharpton. Rich white people get no more potholes and people not speeding in their neighborhood. Done. Done. Akron's problems are literally over. But no, That's what we got to do. We got to just unite. I don't care. I'm going to think about putting Clarabelle the dog on the ballot. Let's just get her. She can't do any worse than Dan Horrigan. Donald Horrigan. She couldn't do any worse. He's the most do-nothing mayor we've ever had in our life. He sucks. I'll run for mayor. Yeah, Emery, let's get you running for mayor. Mayor in Akron is 2023. I am going to help people get on the ballot, okay? I want you to think about being on the ballot. It's like you only have to get like 40 signatures or something, okay? If you're running as a Democrat or Republican, which I highly recommend. You run as a Democrat or Republican, it's like 40 signatures. We're going to flood the democratic system. We are going to get people so engaged. We're going to have parties. We're going to have concerts. We're going to have cookouts. We are going to unite the people. We got 3 years to do this, okay? 3 years. We need you to run for mayor and then get your friends out to vote, okay? You can run for city council. You can run for mayor. You can run for school board. I'll help you do it all. But I want you to get in your mind, okay? You're running for office. It's great jobs. The insurance is amazing. It comes with retirement. It comes with, a lot of times you get a cell phone out of the deal. Sometimes you get a car out of the deal. It's awesome. That's why they run for it. They're the cushiest jobs in the city. So please think about it. Think about your career as a politician. I will help you. I will help you. I will help you. And it'll be good. All right, everybody. I hope you have a nice Labor Day. It's Labor Day. And again, I can never remember. I know that Memorial Day is in May. Seriously, I will run for something. Okay, I'm serious too, Emery. I know. Please do. So I'm going to find out what is coming up. Like I can report on what I'm friends with the people down at the Board of Elections. They're really great over there. I will find out what is available and what we can run for, okay? Just run for everything. These jobs are the best. You don't have to do anything. You're already elected. What are they going to do? Throw you out? No. You can't throw you out. Yeah, Aaron. Yeah. So, I mean, run for everything. You get the job. You're in for 4 years. Don't even go to the meetings if you don't want. Or do. Actually try and make a difference. The important thing is that we get outsiders in office, because the Democratic Party of Summit County is a cabal. It is an empire. It's an evil empire, and it must be destroyed. It must be destroyed. And we got to get the outsiders in. We got to get the outsiders in, and then we do that by getting the people together and voting in blocks. It's easy. We have the tools. Look at us. Unloading the rest of our things from the move last year. Check our Werner Castle demolition. Okay, I got to look at that. The Werner, wait a second. Are you telling me? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. They're tearing this down? Why does no one ever talk to me? Oh, I wanted this. Okay, this guy is amazing. This guy was the largest employer in Akron. Why are they tearing it down? And he was incredibly ethical. Like, people tried to steal his business, and he went around the world. He sold Encyclopedia Britannicas, I believe. And then people tried to illegally get over his, or, steal his territories or whatever, and he went totally broke. But he fought to the death for what he believed in, not to the death. Like one of the Goodyear people, I think, just gave him, he went totally broke. Oh, they're tearing it down. It's gone? Why, Aaron? Why did they tear it down? Oh, this town, man. This town is just crap. All right. I guess I'll go down and look at it. I can't believe Akron. The leadership in Akron is terrible. You cannot possibly think that what is going on in Akron is good from a leadership point of view. Anything good in Akron is happening in spite of the leadership. Dan Horrigan must go. Dan Horrigan is making it so water is only available to rich people. It's like Mad Max Dan Horrigan style. You know, there's houses that need to be torn down because they're insidious disease farms, and they tear down castles? Tear down castles. Dan Horrigan, I'm going to dedicate my life to throwing Dan Horrigan out of office. You mark my words, that's the kind of guy I am. I have nothing better to do with my life than to throw Dan Horrigan out of office and humiliate him and defile his name, for all of history will know what a piece of shit Dan Horrigan is. All right, everybody. We have anything historical, remember where we came from. I know. That guy was the largest employer before. I mean, he was the guy. All right, everybody. I love you. Eat a burger or something. Do something good with your life. I love you.